More thorough checks at roadblocks starting tomorrow. New COVID cases remain above 6,000 mark. Hello and good evening. I'm Shuhaida Arifin. Welcome to News at 10. In accordance with the implementation of stricter standard operating procedures (SOP) starting tomorrow, police will be conducting more thorough checks at roadblocks around the federal capital and Putrajaya. Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Dato' Azmi Abu Kasim said for now, no additional roadblocks will be erected in the aforementioned areas.
Maknanya kita akan lebih rigor lah dalam kita pemeriksaan. Maknanya kalau untuk merentas you mesti mendapatkan surat kebenaran polis dan sebagainya, kita akan make sure atau kita insist surat itu mesti ada. Kalau sebelum-sebelum ni mungkin kita ada sedikit kelonggaran. Last Saturday kita dah perketatkanlah dia. Mana-mana yang syarat-syarat baru yang telah ditetapkan oleh MKN tu, so kita harap masyarakat di Kuala Lumpur ni, warga Kuala Lumpur akan mematuhinya dengan dan kita akan pastikan pematuhan itu.
Among the roadblocks set up are at Jalan Sentol Pasar in front of Kepong Police Station, the Federal Highway heading to the Federal Capital on Jalan Klang Lama, Jalan 2/27 Wangsa Melawati and Jalan 1/91 Taman Syambalin Perkasa. The use of COVID-19 intensive care units ICU beds at Melaka Hospital is nearing the warning level after 51 out of 72 beds allocated have been occupied as of yesterday. State Health and Anti-Drug Exco Datuk Rahmat Mariman said the situation forced additional ICU beds to be placed in regular wards.
ICU setakat ini untuk keseluruhan ICU di Ustaz Melaka pesakit ada 145 pesakit ICU dengan jumlah katil 114, maknanya telah pun melepasi 127.2%. Ini semalam. Nak katakan kritikal sebab kita terpaksa set up katil ICU di dalam ward, bukan ICU yang sebenar ni.
Datuk Rahmat said as of yesterday, 116 patients with minor symptoms were being treated at the COVID-19 Low-Risk Quarantine and Treatment Centre at the Melaka International Trade Centre in Aikro, while another 352 patients are still awaiting placement. 7 more vaccination centres will be open in Melaka to speed up the vaccination process. The Health Ministry MOH is conducting an investigation over claims that the dosage of AstraZeneca vaccine given to the recipient is lower than is required. Its Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Adham Baba stressed that MOH takes the allegations which have gone viral on social media very seriously. In a statement, Datuk Seri Dr. Adham said the ministry has issued additional directives to the personnel that are involved in the vaccine distribution at the vaccination centres. This is to ensure that the quality of AstraZeneca vaccine distribution is at an optimal level. He said the injector should show the recipient the syringe filled with the right amount of vaccine before performing the injection, as well as the emptied one after the jab. Several recipients have said in recent days that they were given less than the required amount, posting videos on social media of the jab being administered to support their claims. The daily tally of new COVID-19 cases in Malaysia showed a slight drop today to 6,509 cases from the record high of 6,976 cases yesterday. However, 61 fatalities were also reported today, all Malaysians, the highest daily number recorded to date. Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said Selangor continued recording the highest number of new cases over the past 24 hours with 2,049 cases. It was followed by Sarawak with 530 cases, Johor and Kuala Lumpur each with 468 cases. 61 fatalities were reported compared to 49 yesterday, taking the national death toll to 2,309, while 20 new clusters were also identified nationwide. Today also saw a rise in active cases with 60,018 cases with 711 in ICU, including 369 requiring respiratory support. There were, however, 6,509 recoveries, making the total recovered so far at 456,273. Several sub-districts and localities in Labuan, Sabah and Pahang will be placed under the Enhanced Movement Control Order EMCO following a surge in COVID-19 cases in the areas. Senior Minister Security Cluster Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said the EMCO in Labuan involved 5 sub-zones and will take effect from 26 May to 24th June. Based on the current situation, he said the sharp increase in COVID-19 cases in Labuan is a result of the increase in cases in all states in Malaysia, and all 5 sub-zones now have been categorized as orange and red zones. In a released statement, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri said the Ministry of Health MOH also confirmed that the infectivity rate in Labuan on 23rd May was 2.55, which is more than 2.0, which also indicates infections could likely occur on a larger scale. In Putatan Sabah, 2 localities, Taman Sri Ketiau and Taman Sri Sri Ketiau, will also be placed under EMCO after a total of 21 positive cases were reported out of 282 screenings carried out on residents within a week. He said that the EMCO in Pahang to take effect from 26 May to 8 June involves 3 sub-districts, namely Kuala Lipis, Penjom and Budu in Lipis district. The drug distribution syndicate crippled with arrest of 4 suspects. But first, the Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry KPDNHEP has placed 11 items under the Festive Season Maximum Price Control Scheme SHMMP in conjunction with the upcoming Kaamatan and Gawai festivals. Minister Datuk Seri Alexander Nantalinggi said the scheme will be enforced for a week from 27th May until 2nd June for the Kaamatan festival, while the SHMMP for the Gawai celebrations would be from 28th May until 3rd June. Explaining further, Datuk Seri Alexander said the scheme would involve controlled items such as chickens, eggs and pigs. For Kaamatan Festival, the list included live pigs, pork, live chickens, standard chickens, super chickens, chicken wings, as well as grade A, B and C chicken eggs. Meanwhile, the SHMMP for Gawai celebrations would involve 11 items from 3 categories, namely chicken, chicken eggs and pigs.
Perbandingan harga runcit maksimum skim harga maksimum musim perayaan Hari Gawai 2021 dengan 2020 adalah hanya 1 jenis barangan mengalami kenaikan dan 10 jenis barangan kekal. Barangan yang mengalami kenaikan adalah kepak ayam.
Speaking in Putrajaya today, he said among the items included in this scheme for Gawai Festival are live pigs, pork, live chickens, standard chickens, super chickens, as well as grade A, B and C chicken eggs. He said the ministry will conduct checks and monitor the situation in premises in Labuan, Sabah and Sarawak to ensure traders adhere to the Lembaga Tabung Haji TH has advised its depositors to use the online service Tijari during the implementation of the Movement Control Order MCO 3.0. Executive Director of Operations Mustaqim Muhammad said this is to reduce face-to-face interaction at the branch counters nationwide and prevent the spread of COVID-19 infection. In a released statement, Mustaqim explained that Tijari is an online service launched early last year to facilitate depositors to transact and receive TH services online. It enables the depositors to check and print their account statement, transfer funds online and use other services relating to Hajj pilgrimage. He said users can also transfer savings from any bank into a TH account via Financial Process Exchange FPX online and in real time without having to go to a TH branch via Tijari. He said depositors can transact at cash withdrawal machines, cash deposit machines and internet banking of TH's 4 strategic partners, namely Bank Islam, Bank Rakyat, Maybank and CIMB Bank. They can also make fixed deposit amendment instructions on a monthly basis through e-mandate FPX by visiting the Tijari website or the Tijari application to use the new service for free. The frequency of rapid rail train services by Prasarana Malaysia Berhad will be reduced in line with the implementation of a tighter Movement Control Order MCO 3.0 from 25th May. This will involve all services under MyRapid, including LRT, MRT and monorail services on all routes. The rail train services will operate daily from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. However, they will operate at a frequency of every 10 minutes during peak hours from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. and from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Monday until Friday. During off-peak hours, they will operate at a frequency of every 30 minutes, which will also apply for the whole day on weekends and public holidays. Meanwhile, Prasarana Chairman Datuk Seri Tajuddin Abdul Rahman said the implementation of the MCO has given the company the opportunity to make the necessary improvements to provide more comfort for the passengers in the future. This includes the addition of 2 new trains for the Kerana Jaya route, which will begin operating this Thursday.
Tapi walau macam mana pun, kita train-train ini, kita harap pada satu hari nanti apabila dah wabak COVID ni sudah dapat diatasi dan pengangkutan balik kepada asal, normal life, so bilangan passenger tentunya akan bertambah balik dan di situ nanti kita akan menggunakan sepenuhnya train-train yang akan kita terima ini.
Commenting on the implementation of the tighter MCO 3.0, he said Prasarana has made the preparations and is ready with the standard operating procedures. The prosecution is expected to call 20 witnesses to testify against former Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, who is facing 40 charges over the foreign visa system VLN scandal. Deputy Public Prosecutor Datuk Raja Rozila Rajutoran, who is leading the prosecution team, said the witnesses will be testifying under oath on how Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid had taken advantage of his position as Home Minister to reap riches through corrupt means. He was accused of receiving bribes of millions of ringgit in wage and incentives to maintain and extend the contract of Ultra Kerana Sdn Bhd UKSB as the operators of the VLN system. Datuk Raja Rozila said the prosecution would also submit oral evidence and documents that would prove Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid was involved and had knowledge of UKSB's appointment as contractor that carried out supply and service works for the Ministry of Home Affairs. She said at the end of the prosecution case, the court will be able to see that there is a close connection between the fact of UKSB's appointment as a contractor and the receipt of cash by the accused. Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid was charged under Section 16, Subsection A, Subsection B of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009 and can be punished under Section 24, Subsection 1 of the same Act as well as Section 165 of the Penal Code. The trial continues tomorrow. A total of 19 foreigners were charged at the Seremban Magistrates Court today for flouting the Standard Operating Procedure (SOP) under the Movement Control Order MCO 3.0 on 16th May. The suspects, comprised of Bangladeshi and Nepali nationals, were charged at two separate magistrates' court before Magistrate Mahyun Yusof and Nozaliza Tasnim. They were accused of trespassing and committing mischief by crossing the stone barriers and barbed wire placed by the authorities to prevent inter-district and interstate travels. The charge was framed under sections 447 and 427 of the Penal Code. Deputy Public Prosecutor Nurul Muhaimin Muhammad Azman and Hafizah Zainul Hashimi prosecuted, and the court allowed the suspects bail of between 2,000 and 5,000 ringgit each. The court also set 15 June for case remention. Previously, all of the suspects aged between 20 and 42 were detained by the Nilai District Police during an operation conducted near Nilai Kajang border. A drug distribution syndicate believed to be active since January has been successfully brought to justice. According to Brickfields Police Chief ACP Anwar Omar, 4 suspects were arrested and various drugs were seized in a raid on an apartment in Bandar Bukit Jalil Ceras, Kuala Lumpur on 16th May.
Pihak polis telah berjaya merampas dadah disyaki sabu berat anggaran 5,182 gram atau bersamaan 5.182 kilogram. Serbuk MDMA berat anggaran 299.4 gram, pil heramin 0.3 gram, pil ekstasi anggaran berat 5.7 gram, LSD 1 keping dan juga ketamin anggaran berat 0.6 gram. So hasil saringan awal urin ke atas keempat-empat suspek dapati mereka ni positif dadah jenis methamphetamine, di mana kesemua mereka telah pun ditahan di bawah Seksyen 117 Kanun Tata Cara Jenayah selama 7 hari bermula 16 hingga 22, kemudian telah pun diriman sekali lagi selama 3 hari dan bermula 23 hingga 25 Mei 2021.
The suspects, 3 of which are male and another female, all aged between 28 and 45 years old, had prior criminal records involving drugs. The amount of drugs confiscated was enough to sustain the demands of 10,600 addicts. The case is investigated under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drug Act 1952, punishable with the mandatory death sentence upon conviction. Coming up in sports, a national team far from forming friendly against Kuwait. Having not played competitive match for more than 550 days, the national football team is far from its form when mauled 4-1 by Kuwait in a friendly match at the Sevens Stadium in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, UAE on Sunday. The world number 148 Kuwait drew the first blood when Mohammad Farizal Malias failed to stop Ahmad Al-Deferi's long-range effort in the 21st minute, and the warm-up match kicked off at 7:15 p.m. local time, 11:15 p.m. Malaysian time on Sunday. However, Harimau Malaya's new naturalized striker, Guilherme de Paula, levelled the score by converting a cross from Levert Lawrence Corbin Ong 7 minutes later. The score remains 1-1 till half-time. Back after the break, Harimau Malaya head coach Tan Cheng Ho decided to sub out the entire team, only leaving De Paula and Shamir Kuti Abba from the starting 11. The Blue Wave squad again took the lead through Fahad Al-Hajari's header in the 55th minute, while striker Shabaib Al-Khaldi netted in another goal in the 61st minute against the world number 153 Malaysia. Kuwait continue its scoring defeat through skipper Fahad Al-Labrahim's free kick in the 68th, forcing Cheng Ho to hand goalkeeper Samuel Somerville a debut to replace Khairul Azhan Khalid. The Harimau Malaya squad is set to resume Group G qualifiers against UAE on 3rd June, Vietnam 11 June and Thailand 15 June with the aim of making it to the 2023 Asian Cup in China. All right, that is it from us this evening. In our top story, more thorough checks at roadblocks starting tomorrow. Join us for updates at noon at 12:30 tomorrow. I'm Shuhaida Arifin. Thank you for watching.